Hey everyone, Brian here, back with Fanboy Factor. Today we're doing a home entertainment review of the new Warner Home Entertainment video, Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2. This time around, we left off with all the towers being set up on all the different Earths, so when the antimatter wave comes, they are able to vibrate through and nobody dies. But now there is seems to be an endless army of shadow demons that are attacking and trying to destroy these towers. So the heroes of multiple Earths are teaming up on the various planets to stop these creatures. And the question is like, what is the mysterious force behind all this? Now, part one mainly focused on Barry Allen Flash. That was great. It was him, his life with Iris, designing, creating the towers, and that. This time around, the main focus is actually on three characters. It is on both Supergirl and Monitor. Don't really get into the Monitor's background, but just where he kind of fits in. His relationship with Supergirl, and obviously you get to see a lot of Kara here, which is really great. And then it really goes into Psycho Pirate. We saw him briefly in part one, but he was kind of the main villain in the Justice Society film. So it's nice to have him back. As always, we got returning actors. We got Jensen Ackles as Batman, Darren Criss as Superman, Sajid Khattak as Wonder Woman, Jonathan A. Adams as Monitor, Jeffrey Arend as Psycho Pirate, Meg Donnelly as Supergirl, Aldous Hodges as John Stewart. Once again, they're doing a great job doing all these voices again. Very familiar with their roles this time around. Once again, this is an adaptation of the famous Crisis on Infinite Earths story from Marv Wolfman and George Perez. So don't expect the exact same thing you're going to see that's in the book that's here. They're different. You need to separate that first off if you're really going to enjoy the film. The script was done by producer and screenwriter James Craig. He's written a ton of these animated direct home entertainment features. He's been doing it now for at least long time now, so I mean, he knows what he's doing. Once again, it's directed by Jeff Warminster. Again, voice acting, incredible classic. They do an incredible job with the casting and having the right characters and how they come across. But I will say this about the film, like, you have the two Superman from Earth 1, Superman from Earth 2. It's a little hard to differentiate which one is which, I feel, at times. In the comic version, they had an older Superman with the white in his hair, and I think just something a little more distinguishing feature to separate the two characters would really help, but that's my opinion. Now, there are a ton of Easter eggs in this film. A lot of look away and you're going to miss it type of things. One of the things I can tell you without giving it away is Will Friedle returns as Batman Beyond. This guy, Friedle, an accomplished voice actor now, but he's defined Batman Beyond. So to have him do it again, it's awesome. It's great to have him back in this role. The movie runs about an hour and 34 minutes. Not a bad time frame. Again, leaves us on a cliffhanger for part 3. I really don't want to give away too much. I am not big on trying to give spoilers, but I really did enjoy the ride, and it brought us, is emotionally up and down with the relationship between the Monitor and Supergirl. And with Psycho Pirate, it's like getting into someone's sick mind. You see how twisted this character is. I mean, in the comics, he's not like that. We're talking about like a Hannibal Lecter type of serial killer type of guy. It's really twisted, but it's great here. So, I really enjoyed that. It just, amazing. And of course, the action and the drama, it's a great combination. It works for these films. The Tomorrowverse has all kind of been about this. It's different than, the new 52 that they did previously. So it's nice to see these different takes. There are a couple extras. The first one is Voices in Crisis, and it's kind of a segment on what it's like to do voice work in general and working with the voice director Wes Gleason. It focuses on Meg Donnelly, Supergirl, Jonathan Adams, who plays Monitor, and Aldous Hodge, who plays Jon Stewart, and it's kind of funny. You see them act out just in front of a microphone, and it's like there's one scene where just like Jon Stewart's supposed to give all his willpower, and Hodges is just trying to emphasize that, and I swear to God, he just looks like he's got to go to the bathroom in his pants. It's just, it's trying to get that. It's different doing voice acting opposed to regular acting. You got your whole body that you need to portray when you do regular acting. And voice, you just have your voice, and you got to somehow get to that same level. So it was very interesting to see. The other extra is the Bat Family of the Multiverse. Now, this explores the Bat Family in a very general terms, and then it kind of focuses on who's in the Bat Family in this film. In this case, it's, Batman, Earth 2's Dick Grayson, Huntress, who in this one is the daughter of Catwoman and Batman, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon in her early years. It's got, like I said, Batman Beyond. It's got Batwing, the Luke Fox version, and of course it's got Damian, which talk about. Now we see several kind of interviews with Jeff Johns, group editor Katie Kubert, producer, writer James Craig, director Jeff Warminster, executive producer Butch Luddick, DC archivist Benjamin LeClaire, and they're all talking about the importance of each one of these key figures in this Bat family. I found it interesting. At the same time, they did kind of, you got to wonder who edited this. When they were talking about Batman, like I said, it's the Luke Fox version, and they're showing images of the first Batman, who was an African named David Zombie, and they're showing pictures of him and talking about Luke Fox, and this is just, who edits this? Is somebody watching to make sure this doesn't happen? Because this is just, it's poor quality. It really is. This nonsense like that really shouldn't be happening. Someone needs to be checking that stuff out. Other than, other than that, how everyone is raving about Damian Wayne. Oh my God, this character. I don't get it with Damian Wayne. He just needs to die a horrible death again. They killed him off once. He should have stayed dead. He's a brat. He's a pain in the ass. I don't like him in the comics. Just keep him dead. Other than that, interesting perspective with this, Batman family of the multiverse. And finally, there is a clip from part 3. Again, I don't want to give it anything away, but we're definitely looking at some serious more action here. the heroes kind of get spotlighted, at least in this clip, so that's kind of cool to watch. I mean, overall, I really enjoyed it. Yes, it is a adaptation of the famous, Crisis on Infinite Earths book, but you can't do a straight, direct translation of that book. There's way too much involved in this book, but there is enough in this movie where you're like, hey, I saw that in the book. And there are scenes like that where they did pull it right from the comic to the movie, so that's kind of cool. And I really enjoyed that. But, most of all, it's an adaptation. The other thing I really want to say is I'm a firm believer in creators' rights. I don't like how the people who give us all these great memories keep getting screwed over by saying it's work on demand, or the corporation owns it. It's not fair in my eyes. I can't remember too much of the movies, the DC movies that are out in theaters, but in general, DC does a better job giving credit where credit is due to the characters. As you can see, this list right here, that's a lot of characters. It's not everyone. It's not everyone. There are still a lot missing, but it's a good start. And this comes right after the cast credits. So it's like the movie ends, cast credits, then who created who. That's how it needs to be. I mean, honestly, it should be in the front with the title, but seeing how the movie just kind of jumps into it, you don't really see it. So to have it right after the cast of characters, it's nice, opposed to, especially Marvel, waiting all the way to the end, and then only giving a credit for the main character of the storyline who was created, and a special thanks to everybody else. It's bull. It really is. It's not right. It's not fair. I'm going to try not to get on my high horse about that, but, I always felt, at least in these last couple of years, DC has been doing a lot better when it comes to who characters are created by than Marvel ever will. That's all I can say. Currently, Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2, mouthful, is currently available on, various physical medias, 4K, DVD, Blu-ray, as well as digital download, wherever you get all this stuff. Highly recommend picking this up. It's got me excited for Part 3 because there are a lot of questions that are left unanswered, as well it should be. So I can't wait to see what happened next. Really excited about that. So, as always, remember to like and subscribe. Hopefully this is going to be a thing with more entertainment reviews, and hope you like it. Give me a like, let me know what you thought, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye now.